Today we are going to study Algebra Class 10, Chapter 1, Linear Equations in Two Variables. Now what's the definition? An equation containing two and degree or power of each variable is 1. This is known as linear equation in two variables. Now let's look at an example. 2x plus 3y equals to 7. Here we have two variables x and y, and degree or power of each variable is 1. The general form of linear equation in two variables. It, the general form of linear equation in two variables is given by ax plus by plus c equals to 0, where a, b, c are real numbers and a and b are both not equal to 0. A is not equal to 0 and b is not equal to 0, and x and y are variables. Now let's look at an example. We have 2x plus 6y equals to 7. The general form of equation will be 2x plus 6y minus 7 equals to 0. While rewriting in general form, we get 2x plus 6y minus 7 equals to 0, where A equals to 2, B equals to 6, and C equals to minus 7. Now, we have certain equations. We have to find out whether the linear equation in two variables or not. First equation is 4n plus 3a equals to 12. It is a linear equation in two variables and it satisfies general equation. Now let's look at second equation. We have 0x plus 3y equals to 6. Now, is this a linear equation in two variables? The answer is no. Why? Because the coefficient of a is 0. So this reduces to linear equation in one variable. Now third equation, we have 4xy minus 5 plus 8 equals to 0. Is this a linear equation in two variables? The answer is no. And the reason being is the degree of xy is 2. The variables x into y gives us degree as 2. Now, we have next subtopic, that is methods to solve simultaneous equations. Now, two linear equations with two variables taken together form a system of simultaneous linear equations. So, read these terms carefully. Two linear equations, two variables taken together form a system of simultaneous linear equations. For example, we have 2x plus 3y equals to 6 and 3x minus 2y equals to 7. So these two are linear equations. We have two variables x and y, and they form a system of simultaneous linear equation. Second example is 8x minus 4y equals to 7 and 9x plus 5y equals to 30. Again, these are simultaneous equations. Now we have methods to solve simultaneous equations. In this chapter, we will be looking at the methods to solve these simultaneous equations. We have few methods. We shall look at those methods one by one. First method is method of elimination by equating the coefficients. Method of elimination by equating the coefficients. In this method, we eliminate one of the variables to obtain the equation in one. We can solve and find the value of one of the two variables. Next, we have substitution method of solving simultaneous equation. In this, we express one variable in terms of the other from one of the equations. Then we substitute the given equation in other one. For example, we have 8x plus 3y equals to 11 and 3x minus y equals to 2. Now, in equation 2, it is very easy to express y in terms of x. See, look at this, 3x minus y equals to 2. We can isolate the term y by taking our x term to the other side and getting the equation. So we have 3x minus y equals to 2, which changes to 3x minus 2 equals to y. So we have isolated y term and x term separately. So we have expressed y in terms of x. And we can solve this equation by substitution. Now let's study the method of solving simultaneous equation in detail. First method we have is method of elimination by equating the coefficients. Important term is equating the coefficients. The first goal is to eliminate one variable to solve for other. So either we can eliminate variable x or variable y to solve for the other. Now the key rules are add if signs are different. That is, for example, we have plus 2x and minus 2x. See, the signs are different, so we will add. Why add? So that we have to eliminate them. Then, subtract if signs are same. Subtract if signs are same. If we have plus 2x and plus 2x, the signs are same, so we will subtract them. After subtracting, we can get rid of term x. Now, certain tips. First tip is to multiply to make coefficients match. Then always check your final answer by putting it back into the original equation. Once we get the value for either of the variable, we have to check your final answer by putting it back into the original equations. Now, in this method, we have to use the LCM trick. There is an LCM trick to make the coefficient match. So how to do? So first use multiplication to make the coefficient match. The least common multiple LCM is your guide to finding the smallest number to multiply by. Now let's look at an example and see what's this method all about. Now, solve simultaneous equations by the method of elimination. Now we have two equations, one set of equation containing two equations. 3x plus 2y equals to 29 and 5x minus y equals to 80. So solution starts as we have 3x plus 2y equals to 29 and 5x minus y equals to 80. Let's give them numbering as 1 and 2. Now let's find the LCM. Now using the pro tip, that is the LCM trick, we will find the LCM for the coefficients x and y. Now the LCM of coefficient of x 3, 5 is 15. So LCM of coefficients of x is 15, whereas LCM of coefficients for y 2, 1. So see 2 and 1. So we have 2. So LCM of x is 15 and LCM of y is 2. So now from this it is easy to make the coefficients of y same because the LCM value is smallest for y, that is 2. Now multiplying equation number 2 by 2, we multiply equation number 2 by 2. Why multiply equation number 2 by 2? Because we have to make the coefficient of y as 2 as per LCM. So we have 5x minus y equals to 80. So we will multiply 2 on both sides. So we get 2 times 5x minus y equals to 2 times 80. So our equation changes to 10x minus 2y equals to 36. Now the coefficients of y are same. See, coefficients of y are same, that is 2 and 2. And signs of coefficients are opposite. So let's add equation number 1 and 3. Now look at this. Coefficients of y are same. 2 and 2. And sign of coefficients are opposite, so plus and minus. So as per our method, we will add these equations 1 and 3 to eliminate the variable y. So after adding them, we get the value as x equals to 65 upon 13, that is equals to x equals to 5. Now, we got the value of x. Now we need this value of y. So now substituting x equals to 5 in equation 2, you can substitute x equals to 5 in any of the equation, you will get the same answer. So let's substitute x equals to 5 in such a equation where getting the y value of y is relatively easier. So substituting the value of x in equation 2, we substitute the value of x. So we have equation 5x minus y equals to 18. Substitute the value of x. So we have 5 times 5 minus y equals to 18. After solving for y, we get y equals to 7. Now, once we get the value of any one variable, we can substitute it any given equation. The value of another variable will remain the same. So the answer for this is x comma y equals to 5 comma 7 is the solution. So this was the brief introduction and example to look how to solve the equation by eliminating the coefficients by making them equal. So we have the method called as method of elimination by equating the coefficients. Now let's look at the method number 2, the method of elimination by substitution. Previous method we used the method of elimination by equating the coefficients. Now we will use by substitution. Now the goal is isolate one variable in one equation and substitute it into the other. We have two equations, equation 1 and equation 2. In certain conditions it will be in such a manner that we shall be able to isolate one variable in a given equation and we can substitute that equation into the another equation. Now what's the key rule? The key rule is always start by picking the easiest variable to isolate. For example, the one in which coefficient of variable is 1. So why such key rule is important? Because this makes our problem easier to solve and we can reach to the value of variable easily. Now, certain tips are: be careful with signs. A negative sign outside a bracket will change all the signs inside. We have to be careful while solving the sums. We cannot be careless while solving the sums because if we have minus 2x plus 3y, so when a negative sign is outside the bracket, the answers will change quite drastically when there is no sign minus sign outside. So look here, for example, we have 2x plus 3y and there is a minus sign outside the bracket. So a negative sign will change all the sign inside. So we will have minus 2x minus 3y. So we get this, that a negative sign outside a bracket will change the signs inside. Okay. Now, solve for one variable first and then substitute its value back into either original equation to solve for the second variable. Now, double check your final answer by substituting it back into original equations. Now let's look at simultaneous equations to get the idea what do you mean by substitution method. Now we have example 8x plus 3y equals to 11x minus 2 minus y equals to 2. Now let number them as 1 and 2. So we have 8x plus 3y equals to 11 as equation number 1 and 3x minus y equals to 2 as equation number 2. Now, in equation number 2, it is easy to express y in terms of x. This is the precise explanation that what do you mean by substitution method, that we have to express one variable in terms of other. So, It is easy to express y in terms of x. Why? Because the coefficient of y in equation number 2 is 1. Now, we have 3x minus y equals to 2. So, we are expressing y in terms of x. So, we isolate the variable y. So, we have 3x minus 2 equals to y. Now, we shall substitute y equals to 3x minus 2 in equation number 1. So, our first equation is 8x plus 3y equals to 11. So, we put the value of y in equation. So we get 8x plus 3 times 3x minus 2 equals to 11. Solving for the brackets, we have 8x plus 3 times 3 is 9. So we get 9x, and 3 times minus 2 is minus 6. So we get 8x plus 9x minus 6 equals to 11. 8 plus 9 gives us 17. So 17x minus 6 equals to 11. So we have 17x equals to 11 plus 6, that is 17. So x equals to 1. Now substitute the value of x in the equation y equals to 3x minus 2. You can substitute the value of x in any of the given equation. We are taking y equals to 3x minus 2 because it is easy to solve. So we have y equals to 3 times value of x is 1. So 3 times 1 minus 2, we have y equals to 1. So x comma y, that is solution, we are going to write as x comma y equals to 1 comma 1 is the solution for given equation, and hence we have got the solution for x and y. We got the method of substitution. Also we got the method of eliminating by equating the coefficients.